Alright, so I'm now going to begin painting the orange parts using number 59, orange. For that, put out some parts here. And let's see if I can actually do this. Where it's easy to see. Zoom in. Now, I mentioned before that I used brown on this. And brown kind of looks orangey to me. Very orange. And I don't know how well it would look with real orange over it. So I'm having some serious doubts about this. Let's try it out. And wow, that was a low flying plane. Alright, I'm going to do it slow here. Okay. The effect is there, but I was hoping for a much more darker tone. You know what? I ran out of spoons. But I would have easily tested it out on spoons instead of doing something like this. But it is what it is. We'll have to work with what we got. I made an even flow here, a good coverage. I mean, right now we're seeing it on small and separated parts, so that one's okay. You can see it. I'm going to repass it again, of course. Like I was saying, with small parts, you know, it means nothing, but when you put it together, hopefully you see the overall effect, especially the shield. This is the heel, of course. And again, I'm using very low PSIs. No reason to do pre-shading on the edges of the heel. But there we go. So that's okay. That's good. Alright. This one's part of the shield claw thingy. Good. I'll put it on side by side with the other guys. And, do two more. This one and this one. I'm gonna say this. Once I'm done with all this, I'm gonna really top coat these guys. I'm gonna protect what I just did, so that way when I begin the decaling and weathering, I'll be ready. Which pretty much I do all the time. Maybe a darker brown. Maybe I should have put like an extra like black pigment in, paint in there, just so I can darken it up a bit. I should have thought of that. But again, if I had spoons to test it out, I wouldn't have this, I wouldn't be not disappointed. I am liking how it is. I just hope that overall it looks great. Well, no big deal. We are going to continue on with what we have here. I have a lot. So let me finish it up and we'll move on to the next one. Because we are almost done. Okay. I am now going to begin painting all the white parts. White. That I've already appreciated using brown, like I did with the other colors. And I decided to use number 315 gray, very, very light gray, which technically speaking in the light, it looks very brown, very whitish, more like an off-white. Let me say that the decision I made for this was mine, and I could have thought of a different idea, but let me just spray it so you guys can see it, and then we'll go from there. We're going to begin with this. We're going to do light passes. See, it shows the appreciating of the red. Sorry, the brown. But I was actually not expecting this. I was actually more expecting of a darker tone. Even though I just did the appreciating with the orange, which came out nice, I guess for this, I should have done with my tried and true brown, black, or maybe even a dark charcoal color. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, just maybe not what I was quite expecting. Let's try this now. See, that fade of red looks nice. Orange, brown, I keep saying red for whatever reason. It has that orange tinge to it. I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass, saying to myself I should have gotten myself more spoons, but I don't have any. Well, I'm not going to redo the whole thing again. I'm okay with what it is. The orange came out great. I just want to know how it will blend in with this. Let's do the shoulders. Alright, that looks good. Let me pull out a couple more, because clearly once I put this on the table and show everything on display as is, then we will, you know, compare it and see how it looks. This is the front skirt. Let's try this. Looks good. Alright. This one. That looks really nice how it came out. This, of course, you can barely, you know, I don't know why I painted those, but then again, it's going to be covered up by the other parts. Let's grab that guy right here, the arm. Okay, it is what it is. I'm not saying anything negative about it. I mean, I put a lot of time and effort on this, but I'm going to, you know, do it, continue on. I still have the yellow that I need to finish up, which I did appreciate the yellow parts, but I need to finish up all the whites and all the yellow. And once I see everything is done, I'm going to review. And then give me some time to, you know, flush this out, and then we'll do a final overall review of what these parts look like. So hang on a second, let me just finish this up. Okie dokie, here it is. Here are all the parts, mostly, you could say, that makes up the master grade Kyrios. Some of the smaller parts I have it in one of the trays. Didn't want to put them all on display because I'm, you know, afraid that will fall off and they disappear in La La Land and whatnot. I just put here what I thought was permanent and necessary for you guys to see. Alright, let's break this down. For starters, I am deeply pleased with how the orange does come out on this kit, on this part, on this section of the kit. To understand this, here is of course what the orange kind of looks like on the inside, but I don't know if that you guys can see that here. Actually, let me just do a zoomy. Yeah, that's the kind of the orange part. And this is how it looks like with the pre-shading that I did, which, in all due fairness, looks okay. This actually was okay. I was a bit surprised when I saw something like this. Especially since I saw Zachary Aurelius do it on his. However, on the opposite end of the spectrum, I kinda not am pleased with how the white parts came out. Because I kinda said to myself, maybe this will work with the white, but then it'll still come out. Didn't realize that the red pigmentation going under a white part, oh sorry, a red pigmentation going under the white paint would give me this type of color tone of pink, almost like a pinkish color. And then I kind of slowly realized I should have just painted the white parts. Oh, sorry. What do you call it? I should have pre-shaded all the white parts a grayish tone color. Preferably, this one would have been okay because I was using this on some of the grayer parts. This would have been great for that, and then it would meld in well with this. But all due fairness, it didn't look right. I guess I by the time I was like seeing how this was going, and then I invested so much time appreciating it, I was like, all right, go with it, see how it looks. Don't be. I'm not disappointed how it came out. This came out really nice. I really did kind of like enjoy seeing something like this. Just not what I was expecting at all. You know, it's nice. It's pretty. It's exactly what I was technically looking for. Just maybe I should have thought of the fact that maybe I should have done a brown, a grayish tone first, and then the white, and then the brown should have been reserved to the other lighter. Like, okay, so like the yellow came out nice as well. Like this one actually was okay. Let me see if I can show you this. That one came out alright. I kind of like how that one turned out. There's a little burn color right there. And the edges. Actually, this kind of almost reminds me of what I did with the Yamato kits. With the Gamelis Cruisers. Where that has that little thing in the front. I really like that format. So, yeah. That was okay. That was okay. Didn't make any goofs. Don't see anything bad or anything missing or anything out of the ordinary. However, 2 or 3 parts needs to be repainted. Well, not repainted, but now, like this part here, the actual blade that comes out of the shield, I painted this and I realized that I didn't give it good coverage, so I'm gonna have to redo the white again on. Actually, it's not white; it's gray. But redo it again just to get rid of the red. I think that was a little too much there. It's a little oversaturated, so I'll take care of that. So that's one minor inconvenience. The other one is this one. I painted it the light gray, but this one came out a little too dark, and I don't know why. Maybe I forgot to paint it. Maybe I painted the wrong tone. I don't know. So another repaint for this is no big deal. That's taken care of for that. I'm just going through the motions and seeing what am I missing if I forgot something. Right now, those are the only 2 minor little things that I see here. Yeah, everything looks good. Now, I ran out of gloss top coat gloss. I was able to spray paint all the white parts top coating it gloss, but I ran out, so I don't have enough for the red parts. And the reasons why I'm saying that is because I want to now move on into putting on the decals. So top coating it was necessary for me to get this ready so I can put it onto this. I think what I'll do is I'll assemble it first, then I'll give it a flat coat, then apply the decals. Or I could probably order the top coat online and get it from Gundam Planet, because I have like about 3 cans of flat. And I don't think it'll be a good idea to put flat, then decals, and then flat. It's supposed to be gloss, then the decals, and then flat. So it gives that good, you know. And then I want to give it a obviously I want to panel line it. There's some panel lining. That was another thing also, and I'm sorry, let me deviate from what I was about to say. Some parts have some good panel lining features here, which I'm going to have to get ready to utilize some of the, you know, something like this, the multi-black, to use this as panel lining. And I have the solvent, which will allow me to wipe it out and clean it out. But I don't know if I should repaint some areas that maybe needs a little bit more touch-ups. For example, what's an example right here? Well, okay, so we have this part here that has all this white part here, but I can probably mask off this section here, and well, maybe that section, just give it a different color tone. Don't know if I should do that. This is another one that requires that. That's a panel lining feature right there. This is the crotch area. Which of course I can mask that area off and paint that one tone color. That one's another one. Yeah, this one is another one right here. The little thing that goes on the leg. Mask that off. Paint that area in as well. Oh, that's right. There was another goof I found. Let me show you this. It's this part right here from the chest. I had this on a toothpick, but if I zoom in, you can actually see the little white spot right there. That apparently, when I was painting, the toothpick was at an angle and covered it up. Didn't realize that. Should have removed it and then painted it. So. Another quick fix, no big deal. That one I can actually respray paint it again. And just what I'll do is I'll probably take 1 drop of the orange, 1 drop of thinner, thin it out, make sure it gives me a good nice flow, and then just lightly pass it over it until I have the good coverage. And this don't have to yeah, do the same thing with this, of course, and just maybe a couple of drops for this gray. There is some parts in, because I also masked off these, like this one I gave it a different color tone to do this, so that one was okay. I did the same thing for this one as well, even though I don't know how much it'll show off on the canopy, on the clear canopy. So that takes care of that. The metallic on that one came out good, but I ran out of metallic at the very, very last minute. So I was actually doing metallics for this and these parts, but then by the time I got to them, I was out. So I used that color, the Titan's Blue 1, on these parts here and these for the trim on the knee fin and on the shoulder armored plate thing. That's right over there. Yeah, that's a lot of work here, a lot of time I put in, a lot of time and effort. I'm not done yet. No, I'm not done yet. I'm going to now again review, fix, repair some parts that needs to be taken care of. I don't know if you guys are liking how the color is on the white. Everything else looks good. The yellow came out okay with a little bit of burns right there. The white is the one that I'm kind of like a bit on the fence, but hopefully when I assemble this kit together and we all see it how it looks, we'll assess it and see how it is, and then you guys tell me what you think. But yeah, a lot of work, a lot of time. I've been into it for already about maybe 2 weeks now, but we're not done yet. Usually it takes about 2 to 3 weeks for me to complete a kit like this. And I am not done yet. Oh, and again, I am not utilizing these because even though they are nice and neat, I don't see myself painting this to only be using this once. That's why I'm keeping it for something else. So, let's begin fixing and then assembling master grade Kyrios.